Bawumia, leadership of Gamro Music Gapi, the CEO of GMS, industry stalwarts, musicians, artists, and members of the creative arts fraternity, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to join you here today as we gather to celebrate a remarkable innovation in the Ghanaian music landscape, the launch of the Ghana Music Experience, GMX, a music streaming platform designed to connect Ghanaian music with audiences locally and globally. Music is the heartbeat of Ghana and is an essential component of our cultural identity. It fosters our sense of community and purpose. Over the years, our talented musicians have given us joy, comfort, and hope through their unique, infectious music. And I'm here today to salute all Ghanaian musicians. Aiko. Your good work deserves every support to ensure that the industry thrives and continues to be the pride and joy of Ghana. Ghanaian music has evolved, embracing influences from around the globe, while staying rooted in our traditions. From high life to Benga high life, or Shirisi Boga high life, to hit life, various strands of indigenous rhythms, from gospel to Afrobeats, our musicians are building a legacy that is powerful, diverse, and versatile. However, this legacy requires tools and platforms to ensure that our artists, composers, producers, executive producers, and all those who contribute to this vibrant industry receive their due recognition, compensation, and their rightful place on the global stage. The world is moving clearly in the direction of the fourth industrial revolution. It is a digital revolution. And it is very important that we use the tools that are offered by the digital age to monetize our talent in the Ghanaian music industry. Sometimes we underestimate the power of digitalization and its relationship with the economy. When you talk about a music streaming app, sometimes you will not really appreciate the impact on how it could monetize the talents of our musicians. You look at an app like Spotify, and Spotify is a music streaming app, but the value of Spotify today is $80 billion. Right? That's $80 billion. The value or the total Ghanaian economy is $75 billion. So Spotify alone, as one app, is worth more than the total GDP of Ghana. That is just one app. And just tells you the power of apps in the economy or the global economy of today. You look at an app like Uber, right? The value of Uber is at $163 billion. They don't own a car, they don't own cars. They just have an app that everybody else uses. But their value is $163 billion. that is more than 2 times the value of our economy. You look at Microsoft, and they are stealing apps. Their value is $3 trillion, right? Just apps, $3 trillion. That's 45 or 40 times the value economy. So the money in today's economy, the global economy, is in the digital side. So if you are, as we are, trying to monetize our talent, then making sure that we go digital makes a lot of sense, because that's really where the money is. And so I've been very, very interested in this music streaming app for the issue of how do we monetize the talent in the Ghanaian music industry, because it has a major economic impact. The Ghana music streaming app, and I think why we need a Ghana music streaming app is also for local empowerment of our industry. Empowerment of our industry. In this world, if you look at the world of the digital revolution, you are either a developer of apps or a user of apps. That is the dichotomy. You are either developing or you are using. The developers are those who make money, right? The users use and they pay, but the real money is made by the developers. So it is very important to have local ownership and empowerment in some of these apps, because otherwise you will have to use Spotify and other scoring apps that you don't make much money out of, because you are not the developer of those apps. So the Ghana Music Experience, GMX, ladies and gentlemen, is more than just a music streaming device, as was just illustrated. It is much more than that. It is an embodiment of what it means to preserve our culture, support our artists, and leverage technology to foster economic growth within the creative arts. There are a myriad of streaming platforms. However, having one that is purely dedicated to Ghanaian music and musicians is a welcome addition in our digitalization journey as a country. The vast fan base of every Ghanaian musician is in Ghana, and yet this is where our musicians make the least money because of piracy and foreign streaming services that do not promote our artists in a prominent manner, and does not pay adequately to impact the livelihoods of our musicians in a significant manner. I must, however, admit that having a dedicated Ghanaian music streaming platform is the first of many steps that must be taken to help our musicians. All of us, as Ghanaians, must begin to appreciate our musicians through the culture of paying for music we listen to. Today I want to emphasize the government's commitment to fighting one of the biggest challenges facing our music industry, that is music piracy. Music piracy undermines the hard work, creativity, and dedication of our talented musicians, producers, and the entire industry. To protect Ghana's creative community, government will continue to pursue measures to clamp down on illegal music streaming websites and platforms, both online and on social media. By strengthening our laws and regulations, we aim to ensure that musicians are adequately compensated and can thrive in an industry that respects and protects their intellectual property rights. Another area that is necessary and needs support and attention is monitoring collection, and distribution of royalties. This is an area that requires broader consultation and collaboration. The government is determined to support Gambia to first regularize its license to operate and to provide necessary support to fully deploy the Gambia Management Information System, as well as the royalties, lobbying, and monitoring software. We are in this together. Gambia plays a vital role in safeguarding the rights of our artists and to further support their mission. Government is going to support Gambia in the acquisition of a sophisticated software solution to improve their ability to monitor, collect, and distribute royalties in the transparent manner. This will ensure that our musicians are rightfully compensated to elevate the creative sector in our country. Government will work closely with the Ghana Music Rights Organization to strengthen its operations and enforce its regulatory framework. Through GMX, music players can connect with fans, grow their influence, and importantly, secure a future where their creative work brings sustained income. Platforms like GMX demonstrate the potential of combining technology with culture. It amplifies our music and provides artists with valuable data on their reach, fan engagement, and performance royalties, therefore bringing transparency and accountability to the industry. I highly commend GMX for its vision of collaboration as it aims to create an ecosystem where Ghanaian music thrives alongside the best of global offerings from local artists to international partners. We are on the verge of an exciting journey, preservation, and unprecedented opportunity for Ghanaian musicians. I want to congratulate the entire GMX team and all who have made this launch possible. I think that as I continue to say, when we began discussing this, it seemed very, very far-fetched. Because this is a few years ago that we started working on this music streaming app. From our point of view as government, we just needed to provide an enabling environment and to encourage the development of this music streaming app. And all that we have done in the digitalization space as government is to collaborate with the private sector. The private sector does a lot of the app developments in everything that we've done. Ghana digital address, Ghana.gov, the Go Right that we launched today, e-pharmacy, it's all private sector driven with government support to make it happen. And it's no different with GMX. I look forward to seeing very soon all artists sign, all Ghanaian artists sign on the GMX platform so that the GMX becomes a one-stop shop for all music that has ever been produced in Ghana. I want everybody to be able to say, if you want to hear or listen to Ghanaian music, go to the GMX platform and you can find everything from the Gold Coast to today. I think that is where we want to then create a lot of value, because if everybody is coming onto that platform, you may come because you're looking for one song and you see several other songs that you want to download. So it's good for everybody to be on it, because you have what we call network externalities as a result, and everybody will benefit. I look forward to seeing the positive impact GMX will have on Ghana's music industry, and to hearing the voices of our talented artists reach new audiences, bringing the sounds of Ghana each host and hearts around the globe. Thank you, and may GMS prosper in this role together. Long live Ghanaian music, long live our community spirit, long live Ghana. It is possible.